So we are on the topic, guys. 10 This is 10 keys to athletic fitness live. All right. And so we're gonna keep talking about these 10 keys. And today's key is number 7. All right. I'm just reiterating what I was talking about while I was on mute that entire time. Key number 7 is basic meal prep is a cheat code to a lean physique. Okay. Basic meal prep is a cheat code to a lean physique. And that key is very related to Saturday's uh, live topic, because we're going to be talking about why your weight loss tactics are failing. And the tactic that we are focused on is the most common one, the calorie deficit. Okay. You see, reason number 4, right? Compromised mitochondria. The way that we eat could be compromising our mitochondria. Okay, our energy centers, our engines, right? The cellular engines of the body. The body is creating ATP. Okay, that's what the cells need to operate. That ATP is manufactured in the mitochondria. All right. So if you compromise your mitochondria, that is to say, you gum up the systems that is used for your body to make cellular energy, your whole way of life is going to be degraded. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to invite certain metabolic illnesses and dysfunctions into your life. Okay. So basic meal prep is a cheat code to a lean physique, but it's also the way that we correct those things that we've done to our mitochondria if we do have compromised mitochondria. And let me tell you, if you're eating out, chances are you're actively poisoning your cellular engines, okay? Because the oil that is being used to cook the food is not it's not helping you. It's not helping you. Those are the things that are actually compromising your mitochondria, okay? So we're talking about fitness key number 7, and we haven't even begun to talk about meal prep. But I'm telling you the reason why meal prep really, really is important, okay? And how it actually leads to a lean physique. Leads to a lean physique because remember, the 2 adaptations that we must attain in order to build a lean athletic physique is 1, cardiovascular efficiency, and 2, metabolic flexibility, okay? Both of those adaptations have to do with this right here. The mitochondria has to be optimized, not compromised. Both of those adaptations have to do with optimizing the mitochondria to do 2 separate things. 1, to bring oxygen into the body and deliver it to the cells, because to make that ATP, you need oxygen to do it efficiently. We could have an oxidative metabolism, or we can have a glycotic metabolism, okay? One that is overly dependent on sugar, but one that is very, very super efficient with oxygen, okay? If you become super efficient with oxygen first, then it becomes easier for you to build your metabolic flexibility, where you can move between sugar or fat or lactate if needed very easily, right? Because burning the fat and burning the sugar is going to, with oxygen, is going to give you more ATP than if we have to burn that sugar anaerobically and make the lactate. Okay. Okay. So if we're talking about meal prep, what is the problem? Why doesn't everybody do it if it's so good for you? I got 4 reasons. One of them, people are going to say, I don't have time. Okay. I don't have time to cook or prepare food at home. The thing is, everybody eats every day. up to 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Some people is eating 6 times a day. Some people are always eating. As soon as they get up, they start eating, and they're eating up until they go to sleep. Okay. So if you have time to eat, then you either have time to prepare or procure food. And both the prepare and the procure, when you really look at it, they take the same amount of time. They take the same amount of time, but you get a different result. Different end result is one is going to always give you more nutritious food than the other. Okay. If you prepare, most of the time, you're going to get more nutritious food than if you procure. Okay. Second reason, healthy food tastes bland, which is another way of saying, I don't know how to cook. Okay. The third reason is, I don't know how to cook. Right. So 2 and 3 are pretty much the same reason, except one person is being honest with themselves and one person is not. Okay. 4, and nobody actually says this, but they say it in a lot of other different ways. And they say, I'm addicted to the flavor chemicals and I don't want to stop eating them. Okay. It's for those people that they'll fight you down to say that they must have this or they must have that, and they could never change that about their dietary pattern. I could never stop eating that. I love that. Okay. Well, all I can say is metabolic dysfunction is real. Okay. And it happens to a lot of people, and it happens to a lot of people because of the way that they eat and the things that they will not stop eating. If you don't want to learn to love this, feel sorry for you. Feel sorry for you. Okay. I don't have time. If you don't make time to cook now, you'll be forced to make time for doctors, prescriptions, and chronic health issues later. Because it's not just about looks, how it tastes. It's about longevity. Healthy food is bland. You're wrong. I make healthy food every night of the week, or I prepare it to have it so that I can have it every night of the week. Right? I'm gonna make some chicken steak tonight. I'm having beef, and it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be great. With my mixed vegetables and my basmati rice. I'm actually getting ready to chop up my steak tonight, make a homemade whole wheat pita, put the TC salad on it, the tomato cucumber, and slap a couple teaspoons of tzatziki sauce on the steak. Okay, so I'm gonna make me a nice steak sandwich, pretty much steak gyro, if you want to call it. That's gonna be fantastic. I'm really gonna enjoy it. Okay, so hey man, got to learn how to cook at least a couple different things. You got to learn some staples. You get some nutritious staples down pat, and you can eat those every day and every week. You did it. You did it. Okay. Just need a handful of things. Choose high quality ingredients. Avoid processed garbage. Okay. Load your plate with fruits and vegetables. This is how I start the day every day, with fruit. Healthy food done right, it's delicious and deeply satisfying in that it nourishes your body on a cellular level. Okay. On a lymphatic level. This is the food that you have to eat. Okay. And if you don't know how to cook, good news, because I got you. I do know how to cook, and we have a whole virtual cookbook. So I'm cooking the food right in front of you. Okay. The cookbook is getting a makeover. Okay. Eventually I'm going to get to all the recipes and do the recipes in a new style. The way that you see me done the TC salad, and the way that you see me do the tzatziki sauce, where I put together a shorter video and do a voiceover so that the video is much shorter. That is going to be the new style of the recipes going forward. Okay, so let's cook together, guys. Let's cook together. If you're serious about building a lean, athletic body, you're gonna have to do yourself and your gut a favor and join me in the kitchen. Okay. So if you're on the 10 Keys to Athletic Fitness workshop right now, today, there are already 3 recipes in there for you to try out. Okay. You're gonna see the you're gonna see the fruit and vegetable smoothie, which is delicious. Okay. You're going to see the seasoned mixed vegetables. You have to master that one. Okay. You have to master the seasoned mixed vegetables. And you don't have to make it how I made it. Make it how you make it. It's the same basic principles. Okay. But you can season them and steam them with a little olive oil and water. And you're gonna make it like a vegetable ramen. I'm saying it's gonna be so good. Right. And then there's the basmati rice is the third one. Okay. Cool. But there's so much more in that cookbook. There's so much more. All right. And that's pretty much it. When you have to have a handful of staples, right? I have a list of them. I talked about them in the last 10 keys live. But once you establish those staples, those basic items, then you can start to apply your creativity to different combinations because it's a framework, right? We do things with how we proportion our plate. If you proportion your plate the same way for dinner every night, you've kind of just you put certain you're using a template so that you can put the calories in a bank. All right, you already know what this meal actually contains. You don't have to count it. What we're more worried about is the actual proportions and the substance of the portions. If you have half that plate be mixed vegetables, it don't matter what else you do. Okay, because the only other thing you're gonna do, you might have some rice, you might have some pita, you might have some chickpeas, you might have whatever it is. I'm saying that's gonna be a portion, and you're gonna have 1 to 2 servings of whatever meat protein you want, and then you good. Then it's all right. Okay. So um look, man, I'm not gonna have this live go too much longer, especially because there's nobody on it. But that was a real topic is this right here, compromised mitochondria. The only way to really fix it, okay, is to stop taking in the poison, those oils that are in making the mitochondria weak, and eventually those weak mitochondria actually they die, they disappear. Okay. So even if you have muscle, if you compromise in the mitochondria, you're still gonna have metabolic issues. Okay, you're still gonna have them. Fix the food. Okay, stop destroying the mitochondria, and then how do you replenish them? How do you revive them, optimize them, build more? It's the way that you move, the way that you exercise. Okay, twofold. That's fitness. Is how we eat and how we move. Right? How we eat and how we move. Right. So you guys have a blessed day. I'm so glad that we are getting into this routine of doing the 3 lives during the week: Thursday, Friday, Saturday. In the perfect world, we do one 12 p.m. live during the week. We do one night live during the week, and then Saturday is going to be 12 p.m. Okay, so that one won't change, but then during the week they can change. Could be at 12, we could be at 8, but we're going to keep going over these 10 keys, and we are going to keep checking in on our Fridays. And there's different series of topics that we can go deep on, within our framework of 10 keys. So we'll be looking into that. Right, we'll be looking into that. You guys have a blessed day. I will see you tomorrow for our check-in for the week. All right, we got a couple new members to the club. I think we gained 3 new members as of this last week. We have Steven Solowa, who I went to the Chiefs Giants game a couple weekends ago. He joined up with us, and we also have my friend Justin Nugent. Okay, Justin, we went to high school together, and he's on the quest as well. So we are all on the quest to become quest masters. I'll be talking to you guys. I definitely should get on a live. See you guys on a live at some point this week, and we'll just keep it going. All right, peace, guys.